In view of the escalating security situation in Syria, the government of India has safely evacuated 77 Indian nationals from the conflict zone. 4 Indian nationals arrived in New Delhi on Saturday morning. They described the experience of the war in Syria and expressed gratitude to the Indian government for extending support.
अरे बहुत मदद किया हमारी पूरा देखो वहाँ से बुलाए हम वहाँ से सीरिया से लेबनान के लिए ये बस में लेके आए फ्लाइट बंद है वहाँ से सीरिया से फ्लाइट बंद है बस में लेके आए फिर यहाँ से या ये लेबनान से डोहा लेके आए प्लेन में डोहा से इधर लेके आए अब यहाँ आपके सामने खड़े हैं आराम से
पर डे ऐसा कोई रात ना हो जो रात में हम लोग रॉकेट की आवाज़ ना सुने हों गोली बंदूक की आवाज़ ना सुने हों लेकिन हम लोग एम्बेसी को कांटेक्ट किए तो एम्बेसी हम लोग को सेफ जोन में लेकर गया कोई ख़तरा नहीं था बहुत सपोर्ट करा हम लोगों की एम्बेसी ने बहुत अच्छे होटल में रखा खाना अच्छे से खिलाया लोग हर चीज़ की फैसिलिटी दी पैसा से लेकर खाना तक हर चीज़ दिया उन्होंने किसी चीज़ की कमी नहीं होने दी यहाँ तक कि वहाँ इन लोगों ने टिकट भी कराया यहाँ तक 2 फ्लाइट की।
वहाँ सीरिया में हालात ख़राब होने के बाद मतलब एम्बेसी से हम लोगों को फ़ोन आया कि मतलब आप लोग यहाँ से निकल जाइए तो फिर हम लोग उस आँखों से देखी मतलब 3-4 किलोमीटर दूर पे मतलब गोला बारूद फट रहे थे उसको देख के हालत बहुत ख़राब था उसके बाद एम्बेसी से फ़ोन आया उसके बाद हम लोगों को बेरूत शिफ्ट किया गया उसके बाद वहाँ 3 दिन रखने के बाद हम लोगों का टिकट कराया गया है टिकट करा के यहाँ लाया गया है मोदी जी के लिए हम लोग बहुत आभारी रहेंगे।
So there you heard from some of the 4 Indian nationals who have now arrived at the New Delhi airport. Remember, the MEA had said earlier that around 70 Indian nationals, 77 to be precise, have been evacuated from war-torn Syria. And we understand from what the evacuees have said that they had first gone by road to Lebanon before the evacuation happened from Syria. Well, now we are being joined by Shubhendu Ghosh from the Delhi airport on the latest on this developing story. Shubhendu, we heard from some of the evacuees on how the evacuation took place. Could you tell us more about the evacuation exercise?
That's right, Munmun. As we know that given the security situation developing in Syria, some 77 Indian nationals have been safely evacuated from the conflict zone. Now, the evacuation is happening in various stages. These 77 people have been evacuated first in the safety of Lebanon, which is neighboring Syria. And from there, in parts, through commercial flights, these evacuated Indians are now reaching India. Just a short while ago, the people we heard were from a batch that reached in New Delhi just a short while ago. This evacuation process of 77 Indian nationals now from Lebanon to India will continue. It is expected that till early next year, this evacuation process could continue. The MEA has said that they have evacuated at the moment those people who had expressed their desire to be taken back to India. We understand there are many Indian nationals who are still there in Syria, who work there. Many have also settled there for a long term. So it is upon their own will. If they wish to be evacuated, the MEA, the embassy will be extending them all possible help. But for now, the focus is on these 77 evacuated Indians who were first taken to Lebanon. And then from there, they're taken to India through various routes. The batch that came this morning had come via Doha in Oman.
Okay. Shubhendu, what do we know about the profile of those 77 Indian nationals that have been evacuated?
What the MEA has shared, Munmun, with us is that most of them happen to be pilgrims of these 77 Indian nationals who have been evacuated from Syria to Lebanon first. Many of them are also workers. They are employed in different factories and industries in Syria. So most of them being pilgrims, they are now being evacuated in parts from Lebanon as we speak, from Beirut. In parts, commercial flights are being utilized to evacuate Indians from there. And there are many more Indians, as we mentioned, who continue to be in Syria. The embassy is in touch with them and all facilities are being extended to them, including the opportunity to be evacuated and taken back to India if they so desire.
Right, Shubhendu, you told us that there are still many more Indians there in Syria, and only if they wish to be evacuated would the government of India be facilitating their evacuation. Is there any number to the remaining Indians there who are still in Syria?
We don't have a specific number at place at the moment, Munmun, but we do understand that West Asia as a whole is an important destination for Indians to seek employment, to work and to also settle down. Syria also happens to be one of those countries where many Indians go to find work, find employment. As of now, the embassy has mentioned that they are in touch with all those who are in Syria, all Indians who are there in Syria. They're working in different capacities, they're pilgrims. They are in contact with the embassy, and the embassy is also monitoring the situation unfolding as far as the security in the region is concerned, and they would issue advisories accordingly. But for now, people who are being evacuated, it is being driven by their will to be taken back to India. So these 77 Indian nationals had reached out to the Indian mission for help in evacuation, and the MEA sprung into action immediately, and the batches of Indian nationals have started coming in. One arrived early this morning, another would be arriving a short while from now. Another batch is scheduled to arrive today evening. So commercial flights are being utilized to bring back the stranded Indians back from the conflict zone in Syria. Munmun?
We'll leave it at that. Shubhendu Ghosh reporting from the New Delhi airport.